Hey action figure enthusiasts, welcome back to Talkin' Toys. Today, we've got something truly special for you. We are unboxing Donatello, inspired by not only the classic designs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but also Masters of the Universe. Get ready for the ultimate mashup with our 5.5-inch scale Donatello featuring 16 points of articulation. This figure is so awesome it's got me saying,
Awesome! Righteous! Bossa Nova! What? Yeah? Bossa Nova? Chevy Nova?
so sit back and join me and let's see if Donatello really has the power of Grayskull.
Are you ready?
Yup! Alright, let's dive in and see what we've got here. I'm so excited to take a look at this box. First off, we've got the Masters of the Universe logo, and we've got Turtles logo as well from Nickelodeon. We have Mattel over here. We have a much different packaging than we normally would see from Masters of the Universe, but we do have Donatello and Turtles of Grayskull up here with both He-Man and Leonardo powered up by the powers, I guess, of Grayskull. And when we took a look at the back here, you could tell his shell's going to come off. It becomes a shield for him. And we've got all of Wave 1, Donatello, Leonardo, Man-at-Arms, and Mutated He-Man. On the back here, we have artwork for Donatello fighting Beastman. And then at the very top, we have the Masters of the Universe logo again, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. Now over here is a multilingual information, so it tells you, you have a comic on the inside and whatnot. So, and it's written in several different languages. Awesome. I don't know if that's because that's how it's supposed to be, or if that is actually just, this is an international copy of the figure, which I got on Amazon. So, there you go. There's that. And just for comparison on the packaging, there we go. We've got a Masters of the Universe, and we've got the Turtles of Grayskull. So you can actually see that they've gone out of their way to change this up. Actually, it's even still the same kind of a thing, because you have the red rocks, but these rocks are just purple and flying out with green. So, there you go. The anticipation is killing me. Let's go ahead and get him out of the box. Come on. Open up, you motherfucker! And voila! There we go. Feast your eyes on this incredible action figure. It definitely brings together the best of both worlds. Check out this muscular frame. It's kind of very reminiscent of He-Man. Why is that? Because they're using He-Man figure bucks. That's why. And you get that nice, awesome look of Donatello combined in it. I mean, this actually marries out really well between the two of them. I'm highly surprised and very excited about it. This definitely has that touch of classic TMNT and the beauty and structure of Masters of the Universe. Dare I say, even the sculpt is spot on, capturing the essence here of Donatello while giving him that extra dose of power. That would be power of the Grayskull. The intricate armor detail, as we look at it a little closer, you can tell, looks really, really good. It's definitely Man-at-Arms chest piece, but as you can see, it's incorporated the turtle shell design in its molding. So, that's really cool. Even on the shoulder pad here, you have nothing but more of a turtle design on him. Or a turtle shell design. So that's really cool. And the way that he is set up, it really looks like Man-at-Arms fully intends to join them in their battle against Shredder and Skeletor. So, and as a spoiler alert, he actually does. There you go. All right, let's take the weapon out here. Let's get a much closer look at kind of the sculpting and details here. Again, we did look at the chest already. Let's take a look at this arm. It's two pieces. He's got himself a little bracer right there. They do come off. You'll have to slide them out. Take his fist off like that, and you can take the armor pieces off and leave them exposed. So it's just molding like that. And then there's the shoulder piece a little closer. So very nice. I find that this arm is very difficult to move, especially with the armor pieces on. But since he has the armor pieces on, I'm not really going to mess with it too much. That goes up this way. just underneath there. And then the fist goes back on. And of course you have silver paint for the bracers there, the belt. So that's pretty cool. It matches the silver on the chest and arm piece. Get his fist back in there. And of course he has this other armband right here. He does have his Donatello-esque purple bandana. Just comes out to the back of the head. And then we look at the helmet, which is very much Man-at-Arms related. It's got that molding on it. So it looks really good. It's molded on, so it does not come off. You can't take it off at any point. So I actually like the fact that he's not like the original toy, where he's much darker green than everybody else. I like the fact that they're keeping it to that, I guess, this kind of more of a turtle-esque color green. You can see he's got fur on the shoulders there. And then we come around, and we've got his turtle shell, which does come off. It just plugs into the back right here. We've got 2 posts and then a handle, because it's supposed to become his shield. Okay, so now we've got his shield on, which, I mean, it looks a little weird because you have the belt piece right here, but then again, I'm not sure what to say about that as far as should turtles be taking off their shells. But to answer that question, you can unplug his chest piece, and you'll see he essentially has a molded on shell on his back. Not very pronounced. Let's see, Mattel here. It's got Viacom information for Nickelodeon. Okay, so something else that you can do here. So you can take off the armor like you can with the arm piece. And you have to take the head off. And then it should just come down past his legs. Like you're dropping your drawers over here. All the way down. It's like Magic Mike, except no boxes over the donguses. You know. There you go. And then we can put his head back on. Which is kind of weird to go that far if you're going to take his chest piece off. Which, I mean, look at that, man. Look at that. He gives Arnold Schwarzenegger a run for his money, doesn't he? Look at that build. What would you call that? Would you call it a 4-pack? Or... yeah, I guess you would, wouldn't you? Holy shit. Anyways, big old chesty. His big old chesticles right in your face. Just like that. Anyway. And then, of course, I will go back to the silver belt. I love the silver paint apps on this. I do. I think this is fucking amazing. Anyway, he's got furry undies, which is weird. No tail. Which is weird. You know, because they used to run around naked all the time. So what is it about the Masters of the Universe that says, hey, you can't walk around here, your dingus might be showing one day, and we can't have that. This is a G-rated TV show for children. Anyway, and then of course we have the continued green on the legs. We have the leg armor here. The leg armor is a little frustrating for me because it comes off really, really loose. I mean, it's just really, like, all I had to do is drop his foot down, and I can drop this piece right off. But when you take it off, you can see he's got kind of the start of the furry boots. He's got some purple for the wrapping, which is nice. I'd love to see them do something like that with their actual Masters of the Universe line, seeing as that's usually a problem. We go through the rest of the articulation because I didn't do it. His head gets a full 360. And it goes down and it comes up. His arms do come up for a T-pose. They go for a full 360. Elbow gets a bend. It's one jointed, but you also get to spin that joint. There's a horizontal bend on the wrist, and the wrist does spin full 360. So pretty cool. You got a spin for the waist there. The legs go out, and they do come up about yay far. You do get the bend in the knee, and with that, the knee does actually spin around as well. Get a calf turn, and then of course you get your ankle, your ankly bits. And that comes up pretty far. That's pretty cool actually. And then of course you can spin the foot around, just like so. So let's get him back into his armor, and then we'll take a look at his weapon. Now that we've got him back together in one piece, the other thing I should probably note is that he is supposed to come apart like all Origin figures. Oh, there we go. Okay. So the arm comes out, and you can swap them with the other Origin figures, because why not? If that's something you're into, then go for it. Build your own figure. That'd be kind of cool. But I figured to throw that out real quick. Let's get his shell back on. Just like so. I'll set him right here. Now, he does come with his weapon. So it's a really, really interesting orange plastic. But it is meant to look like Man-at-Arms' club, but with the long bow staff at the end. I think it would have been kind of cool. It makes you wonder, though, because you look at this side, and you wonder if you could pull the stick out and just have the bow staff, but it doesn't look like you can. It would have been cool, I think, if you could have had a second one of these, and you put it on this end, and then it could be like an American Gladiators or something, you know?
Sean put Tower on the defensive.
But you have the turtle shell molded into the top, and then the rest kind of goes back to that Man-at-Arms design. We have a molded handle here, and of course, it fits in his hand like so. And I think if you got more of a bend on that arm, it would make looking like he's holding this a little bit better. There we go. So you got your two-handed holding of the weapon. So not bad at all. I really do like it. One of the other things he does come with is the comic book, as I mentioned earlier. So I don't know, I can't read who the artists are, and it doesn't look like it was really written anywhere. But the artwork in here is extremely amazing. And in the first book, it actually tells you, or it shows you a picture of what Michelangelo's getup is going to be. But I'm not going to show that in case anyone is worried about spoilers. But what I saw of it, I thought it was kind of interesting that they went that route. So anyway, there's the comic. And on the back, you have your wave of figures. All right. And for the sake of just kind of giving some comparison to some of the other figures here, I do have Man-at-Arms, who he is supposed to be molded after. And I do have, this is the retro vintage redo, the one that just, I don't know what you call it. Anyways, this is the Donatello that came out a couple of years ago. So, as you can see, I'm glad they went with the 5.5 scale. I'm glad they went with more articulation on the figure. So that's good. You know, he definitely is dwarfed by his counterpart here, and definitely falls in line with the rest of the Masters of the Universe, even though, there we go. So he definitely falls in line with the rest of the Masters of the Universe, and you can see how that matches up pretty well. I mean, everything could look exactly like Man-at-Arms, but they did make the conscious decision to ensure that it had Donatello's touch to it, so it looked more like a turtle. So that was actually kind of cool to do, and I'm glad they did. So thank you, Mattel, for doing that. All right, now let's go ahead and get a comparison with the rest of the other turtles. Let's get these guys out of the way here. Now, just for a little bit of comparison of all the other turtles, I went ahead and brought out the ones that I have in my collection to stand next to Donatello here in the Masters of the Universe. So it kind of gives you an idea of height and basically just design style choices in general. So everything from NECA to Playmate. So I thought they all looked really, really good. I thought it would be kind of cool to show them all off and kind of show off my collection of Donatellos there. So in conclusion, this Donatello He-Man mashup, this Turtles mashup figure, is definitely a must-have for any collector. Not only for the combination of two iconic franchises, Masters of the Universe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the playability and the articulation on this definitely makes this a standout piece in anybody's collection. Definitely something I would recommend to people. So if you're a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Masters of the Universe, or just like to collect awesome figures in general, be sure to grab one of these before they are gone. It was really hard for me to find this, even though the release date is this month. I had to go on Amazon and barely found one at a reasonable price. Thanks for joining me on this unboxing adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on one of our epic toy reviews. Until next time, happy collecting.